So welcome children. In today's class we are going to learn Unit 1, the outbreak of World War I and its aftermath. So in this lesson we will be studying how the World War I took place and what happened after that. So on to the introduction. So here we see 1914 is a turning point in world history. Why was 1914 considered as the turning point in world history? Because it was the time when the First World War broke out. So the First World War broke out in 1914. So the political and social processes that began in 1789 culminated in the First World War. So there were a lot of changes in the political and social process. So this happened in the year 1789. It slowly started to develop and it reached a certain height in the First World War, and it broke out in that year and decisively shaped, so it finally shaped the course of the 20th century. So because of this world war, the 20th century was shaped, it changed. So historian means the people who write about history, therefore they call that as the long 19th century. So this was the first industrial war. So which was the first industrial war? The First World War was the first industrial war. Why? Because it drew on the economic resources of the entire world. That means it took away the economic resources. Economy means money. So it took away the money that was brought forth from the entire world, and it also affected large sections of the civilian population. So it also affected the normal people. The political map of the world was redrawn. So what happened here is many of the countries were destroyed. So what happened? They had to draw back the political map of the world after the World War. Three major empires. So what is an empire? An empire is nothing but group of countries that are ruled by one single king. Say example, we know that Roman Empire we say. So they will have countries all over, but they will be ruled by a single power. That's called as an empire. So three major empires were shattered. They were destroyed by the end of the First World War. One was Germany, the other one was Austria-Hungary, and the Ottomans. So this is important to be remembered. So the three empires which were destroyed were the Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottomans. Now what happened at the end of the war? The biggest outcome is the result of the war was the Russian Revolution. So after First World War ended, what happened was Russian Revolution took place. So it was a unique event. Unique means a very particular event, as well as the first revolution. Which one? The Russian Revolution was the first revolution of its kind in the world history. For the first time, countries tried to bring about world peace. So after this world war, countries wanted peace. So they tried to work on that and they formed League of Nations. League means group. So they formed a group of nations which will fight for world peace. In this lesson, we discuss the circumstances leading to the outbreak of the First World War. So what are we going to learn in this unit? We are going to learn why this World War broke out and what was the action that took place. Repercussion means the actions that came after it, including the Russian Revolution we are going to learn, and what happened, what was the final result, that International Peace Organization was formed. The International Peace Organization is nothing but the League of Nations. Now we go on to the lesson part. So now so far we have learnt only about the introduction. So the first one is scramble for colonies. So we must know what is the meaning of the word scramble. Scramble is making a way very quickly, is called as scramble. So here countries were trying to make colonies very quickly. They wanted colonies very quickly. So first you should know what are colonies. So colonies are like certain countries, they would send their people and they will establish control over the other country by means of trade. So that is called as colonies. So here the first part is capitalist countries race for markets. So what do you mean by capitalist? This is something that you should know. What do you mean by capitalist? So capitalist in the sense a particular country or a particular person in that country will have money, huge amount of money which they will invest in trade, and they will fix their own prices for the commodities, the products that they get. They will make huge profits, but what cannot intervene here is the government cannot intervene. It's like the rich people. So the rich people country, the countries which was highly richly they had economy are called as capitalist countries. The race means they chase for markets because they are able to produce lots and lots of products. So they need to sell it. So they need markets to sell those products. So they started to hunt for countries nearby. So the aim of the capitalist industry was to produce more and more. So industry, what is the industry's use? It started to make more and more products. The surplus means which is more. The surplus wealth. So the country, they never had a minimum wealth, they had extra wealth thus produced was used to build more factories. So these capitalist countries, they had more wealth, so they built factories, they built railways, they built steamships and other so many things. So revolution in the means of communication and transportation in the later half of the 19th century facilitated the process of European expansion in Africa and other places. So if you see in the later part of the 19th century, what happened is communication and transportation there was a lot of revolution, changes in which two fields, communication, there was a lot of change, and transportation also. So this helped them to expand their views, their expansion. The European countries were able to expand and they wanted to go and reach out in Africa and other places. So capitalism produced huge contrast. So capitalism is just now I said. So these countries, they will have lot of money and the government cannot intervene into that. So they made lot of income. So capitalism produced huge contrast. The contrast were, so those countries which were under the capitalist power, they had extreme poverty because the wealth was with some particular people, and so the normal man was a highly extreme poverty was there, or they would have extreme wealth. Slums were also there, skyscrapers means buildings which are like reaching up to the sky. Empires, state dependent, exploited these colonies. So they started to exploit. What do you mean by exploit? They wanted to destroy, they wanted to take off the wealth cunningly. Within Europe, so if you take Europe, England took the position of world leader of capitalism. So in Europe, which was the country which was a world leader of capitalism? England. An ever growing demand for market. So there was a growing demand for market and raw materials, and this made the capitalist powers race around the world. So the capitalist powers, they were producing a lot of goods. They wanted to sell those goods, so they wanted to chase over countries, find places where they could sell their goods, and this could be done only by exploiting the other countries. So exploiting, cunningly cheating them, taking off their wealth, and that happened because of this. The third part we come here is rise of monopoly capitalism. Monopoly means single. Monopoly means single, that means a particular group of people or a particular group will have complete control over the others, that is called monopoly. So capitalism itself is monopoly because when a specific country becomes richer and richer, they will try to enforce their laws, they will have an upper hand. So that's why we call it monopoly. After 1870, the alliance. Alliance means grouping, they joined together. What was joining together was industry and people who were seeking for profits because of selling goods. These two people. Finance means money seeking profits in markets for goods and capital, which was an essential characteristic of imperialism, became evident. Evident means it became clear in the latter half of the 19th century. So, imperialism also, what is imperialism? So, they are trying to extend their power through colonies, through a military force, through war. This is called as imperialism. So, this was also there. The old ideas of freed trade collapsed. So, in olden days, if you see, between countries there was trade, free trade. But now, because they wanted to earn money, free trade was not there. So, that collapsed, that fell down. So, what happened here when free trade collapsed? There were two things that happened. There were trust in the USA and cartels in Germany. So, in US, that's in America, you have trust, and in Germany there was a group called cartels. So, we are going to learn what is that. So, these two powerful combines, so they dominated, they ruled the government, which to the trust which was in USA and the cartels in Germany, they started to rule over the government. So, what is a trust? It is an industrial organization. Organization means a group, an industrial group. So, this group engaged in the production or distribution of any commodity. So, they were involved in the production, they produced and they distributed. Commodity means goods. So, they were involved in the production and distribution of any goods. So, the trust would possess adequate control. Adequate means complete control over the supply and price of that commodity to its own advantage. That means they will purchase the products, they will make the products, they will sell the products at what price they chose to. So, nobody else can intervene, only those people are in charge of the price. Term cartel. So, this here refers to an association. Association again is a group. So, what this group would do is, it would do a contractual agreement. So, they made an agreement between enterprises. Enterprises are business people who are in the same field, and what they would do is, they would exercise a monopolistic influence. Monopolistic means single influence on the market. So, they will group all those people in that business, and they will fix a price, and that is only people can go and buy. So, that you have to remember here. So, who cannot intervene, who cannot take part in this? Government cannot take part, only the capitalist countries started to work on this. So, remember this and go through these 3 paragraphs right now and see if you have any doubts, and if you have so, please do clarify it. Thank you.